Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my teaching you the basics video for Endless Space 2. In fact, by the time you see this video, it's going to be October 6th at the very least. And you know what that means? It means Endless Space 2 is either already out or it's about to be out. So if you have any interest in buying this game, you can already do that. However, standard caveat applies. Keep in mind, as you have seen across this so-called playthrough, this game is by no means finished. There is a large chunk of gameplay missing, and I'm not just talking about the technology, I'm also talking about many other features this game is supposed to have, and going to have in fact. So you do need to take that into consideration. Also, additionally, what you have seen up to this point was not necessarily representative of the product that will be released by the time you watch this video. I mentioned that before, I'm going to mention this again now, because it's very important that you're very careful whenever you decide whether or not you want to purchase this game. Of course, I, as a fan of Amplitude's work and as a fan of this game as well, I love it and I want to... I wanted to do well, but at the same time, I need to warn you. If you are not comfortable playing products that are not finished, that don't have multiplayer, that don't have a large chunk of its content, then stay away from this game for now and look at it again in a few months. Anyway, with that being said, let us win this game, shall we? I want to finish this thing in this video because, you know, we're about to enter a stage when everybody will play the same version that I am currently playing, so let's go ahead and look at a few things. Off camera I only queued up a bunch of stuff. I redesigned some of my ships, I even redesigned the magnet. I'm gonna try to keep using it because I decided to let it have the basic flotilla shield and uninstall shield from all of my other ships because I don't think Cravers will switch away from the kinetic weapons, and shields are not really meant to fight kinetic weapons, so I just installed extra armor instead, and also replaced missiles with beams on my smashers because, well, beams do way better against kinetic weapons, because kinetic weapons cannot shoot down beams, they can only shoot down missiles. And what's that? That was weird. Okay, well, like I said, alpha is alpha, so keep that in mind. Anyway, one other thing I discovered, which is kind of amusing. Remember how I was annoyed that I cannot elect the threat trade bill because I didn't have enough support? Apparently, game now thinks that I do, but because I already feel bad enough for the fact that AI decided not to conquer Genimals, I'm not gonna elect this law because I don't feel like it is unfair. Not like it matters though, it really doesn't. I'm here to explain you the basics of this game, not to prove that I'm superior to AI or whatever, because everybody is superior to the AI, I'm pretty sure, at the moment of this game's launch. It's not the best AI ever yet. Okay, do I want the system? Do I care about the system? I kinda wanna weaken it, but not conquer it. Can I achieve that? We'll see. So let's infiltrate it real quick, because infiltration deals the least damage, and hopefully I won't take it over, I'll just damage it slightly. I did. Some infantry has been killed, so if I want to come back here, I'll be able to do that. For the time being, let us retreat. And let's go for the enemy's main system, I think. Why wait? I can get there and I can kill and destroy everything that I want to. So let's go ahead and do that. In terms of science, I'm researching personal fields. Why? In order to obviously lower the unhappiness that is growing within my empire. After that, I'll try to maybe showcase some mid-game technologies to you guys, but we'll see if we can have this game go on for long enough for that to happen. So, well, that remains to be seen for now. Anyway, let us end my turn. This turn I'll go bankrupt if I don't do something, or rather if I don't sell something, but I'll most likely sell something. I just got a Castle Syndrome and got some dust, and also a new quest started. I need to construct 2 attacker ships. Should be easy. Now I'll gain plenty of Hyperion for my trouble. Too bad that Hyperion, but this stage of the game is mostly useless. Oh well, at least it's a quest, I suppose. And military's unlocked. Yes! Alright, that's amazing because we're about to have an election, so that's really good. Also, the enemy is about to invade Genimals, as it turns out. Alright then. I thought they went away, but it looks like they just hesitated for a second. Well, that's good to know. Hero leveled up. Let's have a quick look at his inspection, and we'll give him even more influence, I suppose, because what else am I supposed to give him? Other than influence, right? So there's that done. Invasion. Wait a second. Asulo? But I conquered Asulo already. I already conquered Asulo, so how... That's my infantry, not the... Oh, whatever. Infiltrate, yes, go ahead. Grave defeat. Well, duh, I'm not there and the system is mine already. Yeah, alpha is alpha, please do keep that in mind. Also, remind me, because I know I tend to talk too fast. It's the biggest problem I have as a videocaster, is that I talk way too fast and people cannot understand me. I know, I'm trying to fight this. I'm trying to make myself sound more, you know, audible, so that you can actually understand what I'm saying, but it's hard to keep, you know, it's hard to remember about that. So please do remind me whenever I speak too fast. I know it's the biggest problem I have. Alrighty then. In the meantime, Geminos, it finished its thingy, so now it's content, which is very, very nice. Only content, to be honest, I was expecting a bit more. Oh well, not like I really care too much about it. And it's working on a colony. Is it going to push it over the edge? Colony is -5, so it would be at exactly 30. So I think it would still be content, but I kinda need a smasher now because there's enemy in the system. In fact, let's first get an accelerator real quick and follow it up with a smasher if possible. Meanwhile, the enemy is attacking me. Two prowlers? Oh, that's not the cravers, that's just some random guy. So I don't need to be afraid. Alright, you know what, in that case let's finish up the colony. And then get myself a magnet. And follow it up with a few accelerators, why not? So those prowlers, they're probably gonna wreck my ship. What kind of weapons do they have? I have no idea, actually. But I suppose I'll just stick with a prudent battle plan and try to stay as far away from the enemy as possible. And we'll see how that turns out. Let's declare the battle. Did my ship survive? Holy balls, it devastated the enemy. Nice, and Enfer likes it. It's gonna lower the cost ship of production for all of my ships, which is nice. Next, I need to increase the militaristic population to 30%. I've been working on that since the start of the game for other reasons, just, you know, to gain access to militaristic laws, so that should be relatively easy to, you know, finish. That's nice. Do I want to finish settling? I mean, I don't think I want to settle in new system because my empire is still unhappy. Actually, yeah, my empire is still unhappy, and no matter what I do, it will stay unhappy. So maybe, just maybe, I should stop worrying and just colonize. I think that's the case. Because, you know, colonizing Asula did make my empire more unhappy. It's unavoidable. And in 110 it should be better. Also, it started raining. You might be able to hear it. My apologies for that. I cannot really control the weather out here, unfortunately. Anyway, let's sell something I don't need. Actually, on Asula, I probably don't need the improved bunkers, I don't remember the name. So there's that. Also, it's gonna lower my manpower by a ton, but I don't really care about that. I've got money. I don't actually have enough money right now, which is a bit of a shame. Let's sell something else. Let's I don't want to starve my population. It's already starving and I have one population in this system. How about some other system that I could potentially starve for profit? This system, it has a warp state, has public right partnerships that I don't really need that desperately anymore. So let's sell them. Now I have plenty of dust, so I'm more than happy. Ingris, dear Ingris, please make some public partnerships that you can later sell. And as for my ships, well, since those are not the cravers that are threatening Genimos, I can just go ahead and continue attacking the enemy until I conquer them, and am a very happy person. Also, Asula is not making a ship, apparently. That's strange. I'm sure it's just a mistake of some kind. Let me drink some tea, as we support the One True Party. Let's show you the laws real quick as I drink my tea. Alright, so I think by this time you have pretty much seen what I really want. First of all, Spoils of War Act. It's the same thing you have seen in Endless Space 1, except in Endless Space 1 this used to be a trait. It's very powerful, and I think everybody loves it, especially the warmongers, and I'm a warmonger. The other thing, Wartime Taxes Bill, extremely effective, and it would help me with all my dust problems. And finally, the fleet costs. Again, a very nice thing. And just to increase the power, the speed at which I can reinforce my ships, which is not as important as perhaps the Fair Trade Bill, but as you can see, the Fair Trade Bill and the Wartime Taxes Bill, they both do the exact same thing, which Personally, by the way, I don't think it's the best thing ever. I would like some more variety, by which I mean I don't want the same laws to be repeated for different political parties. So this is something I wish Amplitude would change in the future. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I have no idea. At this point in time though, should I actually support militarists or keep supporting pacifists to make sure I can get the fair trade bill? Because I don't know what kind of support militarists could have in my empire right now. Huh. Meanwhile, I know for a fact the pacifists are very well liked and their support has been increasing in the recent days, so maybe I should support the pacifists to make sure I can get the fair trade bill. Let's do just that. I think it was a good call because militarists are getting barely any support whatsoever. Still though, unfortunately, looks like the scientific party is still the one that is the most annoying. But I still have the fair trade bill, so that's entirely okay. And I do have the fleet costs down because, well, I have minimal support as is mentioned. Also, I get access to AHA, which is the last thing I want to enact. And also I can have more food for less science, which again not necessarily what I like. I do like the overall idea for the scientific party. I mean, it's interesting, instead of supporting science, they support using science to support other areas of your government, which is a strange way to look at things, but I like it. And anyway, let's focus on what we have at the division. Let me drink some more, as I think what to pick. I mean, it's an obvious choice in my opinion. First of all, let's go away. It's Ingress, so... Oh no, I saw what happened. This is annoying. Okay, anyway. I can boost Ingress via this quest, and how I want to boost Ingress? Well, I can either make it happy, which should be rare, but it would be less productive. But not by much, because percentage-wise, it wouldn't remove much industry, to be entirely honest. Alternatively, I can increase whatever Ingress is giving me, and also increase the militarist ideology, which I like the sound of, but at the same time, pacifists are also doing a good job for me, and the approval is what I need more than anything else. So let's confirm the dismantle thingy. Nice and easy. So, a new quest started because I completed the previous one without any problems, like I mentioned. So now I need to research 5 technologies in military category. Should be relatively easy, I don't really care, but I could do it, and 50 titanium, well, it would allow me to make some more ships, so that's nice, I suppose. Will we be able to finish this before this game ends? Possibly, because the enemy forced truce on me. Now this is a mechanic that is new in Endless Space 2. It's basically meant to prevent a snowballing effect for people who are winning. If you are in a battle that is losing a war, and there is no return for you, most likely, or at the very least you're about to be dealt a very serious blow, then you have the ability to force truce with whoever is about to conquer you. Now this is expensive, as you can see. It does mean that whoever is forcing truce has to pay the tribute to the victor, and the victor can keep whatever spoils they have already gained. Yes. However, this mechanic at this kind of point, right now in this version I'm playing, it's a bit too powerful. It's basically like everybody has the Draken ability from Endless Legend rather, except slightly less powerful than in Endless Legend, but everybody has it, which can be a bit annoying. For us right now it is a bit annoying, but keep in mind, this version you're seeing right now is not necessarily what you will be able to play, and the developers have agreed with me that right now the first truce is a bit too powerful and a bit too, it slows down the game by a little bit too much. It's a bit too easy to abuse. That's not to say that it will be taken out. Personally, I like the idea that you cannot instantly ruffle stomp civilization into the ground. And I think that first truce should stay in the game, but not as powerful as it is right now. Anyway, I'm going to press done. Now the good thing about the first truce is that it actually gives me a ton of dust income per turn, so I don't have to worry about that in the near future, which is nice. Let me drink some more. And in a few turns, where does it show? I think it's 5. In this case it's 7. Oh, that's annoying. So 7 turns, so it'll be 38, 10:38 until I can attack the enemy again, which is actually okay. By 10:38 I'll matter whatever the enemy can throw at me. My economy should be superior, and besides, even now my score is superior. This is something, however, that will be a problem for you if you play with more endless AI AIs, because then you need to focus on some other AIs to elevate your score above. I mean, right now, as you can see, my score is above the Craver score, but if there was some other endless AI in the game, they would have a score above mine. So I would need to conquer more systems in order to get my score high enough to win a game, but you can only do that by attacking more than one player. So you have to keep that in mind once the game comes out. Assuming it comes out with a 10 limit, that is still the same as the one we have in this particular build, which is not set in stone, by the way. Keep that in mind. Anyway, with all of those things out of the way, let's have a quick look, see at what I can do. I can make a better fleet, obviously. I can get myself some public-private partnerships, which I will do. Move my fleets. In fact, I'm gonna move the ship to Geminos for the time being, but I'm gonna prepare to conquer this system, because this system is gonna be a very powerful one, I'm sure, because of how long this manufacturing has been able to stay in that particular system. Also, I would like to merge my ships, thank you very much. So, I'm going to go ahead and send this magnet to Geminos as well. Also, by the way, right now you can see Osula is still generating enemy influence, but that's because I'm still taking it over per se. There's still local resistance, the civilians are not happy with my rule just yet, so it will take me a while until I truly have a foothold in this region. That's why it's still red, in case you were wondering. Okay, as for the technology, I did say I want to show you some other stuff that you haven't seen yet. I could either go for Era 2 stuff, such as Adaptive Bureaucracy or SLC. So this would allow me to influence my government in a few more ways, which would be interesting. So that is one thing I can do. The other thing I can do is, well, advanced diplomacy is not something I would be able to showcase because I haven't unlocked diplomacy, and the only other player in this game is Cravers, so they wouldn't do a diplomacy anyway. So I think what we are left with is either the biggest ship I could make, except I cannot make it because I don't have the resources. So that's a shame. Also, it's tourist carrier. Just FYI. Yeah, it's carrier, it does mean that. But anyway, let's ignore that for a second. What else do we have? We've got the Dark Matter Institute, which is just, you know, a cool thing for science, and it would potentially allow us to grab everything else that we need, but I don't know about it. You can only make one, and it's per system level, and I cannot level up my systems right now, which is a bit annoying. I played Casimir effects, it might save me a lot of turns going to the enemy systems, so I like that idea. This thing, I'm pretty sure Ultra IR Astronomy doesn't work in this version of the game. I think it's gonna work in your version of the game when you get the game, but I don't know about that. In my version, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I could be wrong about it. And I think the same problem is with the moon exploitation, but maybe it does. I'm gonna queue it up anyway, just in case it does actually work. So there is that. Okay then, let's see real quick. So, the Udyr says you're just getting ready to attack the enemy, which is gonna be nice. You are flying towards the enemy, which is nice again. I don't think there's anything... Oh yeah, the laws I can enact. Let's go ahead and do that. First of all, fair trade bill, yes please. So that's gonna increase my dust income quite tremendously. And finally, the Eureka Act. Yes please, so that's gonna increase my science generation by a ton. So that's also important. So, okay then. Also, 1 second, I just discovered the bag, which I need to send to the developers because they asked me for it because they didn't replicate it yet. So, 1 second. Okay, sorry about it. It was really important that I saved the game and made a screenshot, you know, for the developers. It is important to try to make this game as good as possible. That's why it is in early access to begin with, right? It's not here just for the money. Amplitude are not this kind of guys. You may not believe it. I mean, they're a company after all. They are in this for money, obviously, but they have proven with Endless Space 1, Endless Legend, and Dungeon of the Endless that when they run early access titles, they actually do it to, you know, make better games, which is really important. Okay, wormholes discovered, and I see one shortcut, which is a nice thing indeed, and new heroes to recruit, and I see an admiral as well, so I'm probably gonna get that. Also a religious admiral, which is an interesting choice, but it won't really matter for me. I doubt we'll ever get a religious party as Sophons, but still. Okay, what do I want to give you? You're a Craver, so he's gonna support kinetics and missiles. That's something I really care about. So better fleet health, better fleet experience. Oh yeah, you're only level 3. Yep, better fleet experience. Just 1 point in that then. Let's apply the changes, and there is that. I really like fleet health. Also, admirals have really powerful ships. I mean, look at that. 4 weapons. That's pretty amazing. And I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you the lasers, and just in case we do get into close range, since it's just one ship, why not give him close range weapons? In fact, just for the loss, let's fill him with close range weapons. I don't think he will ever use them. It's actually kinda stupid to use them. But I'm gonna use them nevertheless because it's fun. Also, I don't have enough dust to equip it, so never mind for that. Yes, ignore the changes. Oh well, I tried to have fun, I failed. Anyway, I discovered the planet Husk, which is the enemy's homeworld. Let's just stay here for a while, shall we? How good is the system, out of curiosity? Let's see. It's steppes, arid desert. Yeah, not the best. It's still better than what I started with. What is the enemy army like? It's pathetic. I'm gonna crush them without any problems whatsoever. Let's assign my hero to my newly created fleet, which is a That's a funny bug. Okay, I assigned a Craver hero to my fleet, and the game thought that, hey, there's a Craver orbiting our system. Oh no, it's the enemy. I mean, you know what? Considering it's a bug, I kinda wish it wasn't a bug and that it would stay in the game, because it's just like Sophos to be terrified about something so funny. It's a friendly Craver, but they see a Craver ship orbiting the system, so they immediately jump to conclusion that, oh no, they're gonna kill us. I like it, it's hilarious. Oh boy, sometimes Alpha has just the best kind of bugs, and I like it. Anyway, my ships are on their way. Are you really going straight? That's way slower than going by the standard way. I don't like the way this magnet ship is going. Oh well. I do have another magnet ship, so that's the important thing. And I'm working on an accelerator. Let's just make one and follow it up with a smasher. Thank you very much. Also, you do, sir. Please work on a spin project if you can. Because, you know, extra influence is nice. And also, there's nobody on this colonized planet, which is kind of amusing. But that's how Endless Space 2 works, which I'm not against. Alright, I might as well, since I have the turns until I can attack the enemy, I might as well explore a little. Or not. Just sit here if you don't want to go. That's fine. It's you know, no pressure. Not like I gave you an explicit order to go somewhere. But I actually know why my ship cannot move. It's because I'm moving the enemy's border, and technically speaking, those are closed borders, and so I'm not supposed to move. Yes, I know. Oh wait, no, it was a message about this fleet. Ah, that's strange. Oh well, whatever. I thought I'm amusing back because of Geminos, but it's not. Oh well. Sorry, I keep drinking tea, I know, but that's because I really need it. It's really tasty, and it helps with my throat. Alright, Lekim, what can you do for me? Not much. I need to research some kind of, you know, improvement for my systems, because right now my systems don't really do a whole lot, do they? So after I'm done with this processing thingy, let us go ahead and try to research, let's see. Actually, ash colonization, that's in my home system, so I'm gonna be able to use that. That's pretty cool. What else can I do? I don't really care about any of these things. Some more dust donation. Actually, I can go for trade routes. Why not? Let's make trade routes. They're gonna be awesome. So there is that one thing that I will take care of, and I should be able to showcase the trade route system to you, maybe in this video. I mean, I want this video to be the last in the series, because Endless Space is about to be released, or is released, so yeah, let's actually hurry it up. I'm playing a bit too slowly for my liking. Okay, how big can this fleet be? Mine fleet, that is. It can fit one small ship, so not really a smasher, but let's send a smasher in there anyway. Oh yeah, it's close borders, I cannot. Let's go to Lekim then. It's gonna be fine. As for Geminos, yep, increasing the fleet power ever so slightly, ever so slowly. And getting ready to attack the minor faction. It's a minor faction, I don't expect too much resistance from them, so it should be well, devastation on my part, or rather their part. I mean, they're gonna die is what I'm getting at. That's the only thing that should be important to you. Some people died, starved to death probably. Do I care? Not entirely. I can remove a... 2 moons is a positive anomaly. Why would I want to remove them? I don't know. Maybe it's the moon exploration thingy. Except with a temporary icon. Maybe? I think it's just a bug, to be entirely honest. Especially since, you know, description blah blah. Yeah, it does look like a bug. I'm curious what will happen once I research that. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm really curious. Anyway, I've got my ships ready. I think that's more than enough to actually take on the minor faction. I should be able to wreck them without any problems. I'm about to get an accelerator as well to support it, my effort, and I can expand onto an ash planet. Losing some dust now, not ideal. Let's have a quick look see at Ingress. You can keep your public private partnerships, in fact, and I'll let you colonize a planet, because why not? Actually, a better idea would be to explore the atmospheric thingy, because, you know, it might actually give us something beneficial, whereas colonizing Atto doesn't give us nearly anything. But it does give us something, right? Do we have a structure that benefits from water? We might actually not have a structure like this. In this case, investigate first and then colonize. For the time being, I'm okay-ish losing the money, even though I'm kind of wondering how am I losing this money? Did I make too many ships? It could be that. Maybe I just overdid it with the ship production, in which case I could just sell my ships at a moment's notice. It should be relatively okay. Besides, I'm working on, you know, trade network, so it's gonna help a decent amount. Okay, so my ships, just waiting. It's okay, let's end the 10, nice and easy. I lost even more population. Yeah, everybody's dying at Osulo, and also seriously. You're gonna die no matter what happens, you're just one ship that's barely alive. Oh, this is a victory, what a shock. Anyway, yeah, people keep dying on Osulo, which is entirely fine by me. I can again remove the 2 moons, although I'm pretty sure it just means explore the 2 moons. I doubt it's the other way around. Let's make a trade HQ on Genimos. It's maybe not the best system to make a trade HQ, but it would be made in a single town, which is what I care about really. And let's actually get Botanical Scanning, because this lack of approval is slowly becoming a nuisance, so let's just go ahead and grab it real quick. Alright, let's send my army. I mean, the enemy is sending an army my way, but I don't care about that. They will never attack my system. Meanwhile, I can attack their system, and I would really love to do that. Also, you know what? After I get my extra approval, let us research the big ships. Why? Because I may not be able to use it, I mean to produce it, but I can show it in a ship design. So that would be something. Also, I gain access to tanks, which are kind of meaningless at this point. I won the game anyway. But still, I could showcase you know, the ship to you, which is perhaps the most important thing. Okay, let's end the 10. And is it the next 10 or the 10 after where I can declare war? I don't know, we'll get a notification anyway. Ingress discovered a mineral rich, which is actually really nice. And, oh, we can declare war already. That was unexpected. Smoking gun keeps going, so I can give myself more of that. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh no, not to keeps going, it's the first time I got smoking gun. Either way, let's get more influence. I don't want to be discovered as a cheater by my people. Curves keep dying. Sorry for my phone, I just muted it, so it shouldn't bother us anymore. I know, evil phone is evil. Alright, dear says, you are a pacifist faction, you're very nice and whatnot, but I'm gonna declare war on you and murder you because I can do that. So let's go ahead and do just that. Let's just blitz them, why not? I should have a huge advantage, and I assimilated them, nice and easy. That should boost my pacifist faction, or rather, not faction, but Senate thingy quite well. What kind of structures do they have? Oh, they actually didn't make anything other than Xenotruce agencies, that's rare. Usually they have stuff. This time they didn't. That's very strange. Anyway, they do have a nice colonized planet, which is actually pretty powerful, so that's the important thing. And I can also colonize a new planet within their system as well, which would be very nice. So there's that. No governor in here, obviously, and the system is in rebellion, which is lowering my entire overall approval, but that's fine by me. Let us fly back to Lekim and prepare for war with Cravers. And by prepare for a war with Cravers, I mean just declare war on them ASAP. Meanwhile though, on Ingress, I want a trade company subsidiary as quickly as humanly possible, thank you very much, in order to obviously increase my income. Also increase the food on Genimos, because Genimos is an important system. And also, as I said, declare war. Bam! Make an offer, which is not really an offer, and kill the enemy. I don't think they'll stand a chance. Although this fleet is weaker than the other one, so we'll see how it goes. Now, the cool thing about Airspace 2 is, as you can see, you can choose whichever army or other flotilla you want to attack, which is nice. Now, you should attack the weaker one in order to maximize your potential, obviously. That's what a smart player would do. But I want a show, so let's attack the stronger one. And to be entirely honest, I'm gonna smash them anyway, so yeah. Let's go for evasive, for a change, just so that the enemy can at least fire back at me, and I do want to see them fire back at me. You know, just so that there is a resemblance of a fight, and ooh, we're both gonna go for the same tactic with broadside weaponry and whatnot. It's gonna be fun. We're actually gonna fire weapons for the... I mean, the enemy is gonna fire their weapons for the first time, so yay! Good job for them. Let me drink some more tea as our ships get into position. And you know what? I'm gonna skip into the action. Oh, they are using body enemy here as well. Alright, then I started firing. Again, you would hear those missiles if not for a bug. I need to stress this out because the sound system in this game used to be so amazing, and I have no doubts that it's gonna come back. But right now it's not here, so I cannot promise that it will come back in its full glory for the early access release. Anyway, let me drink some more as you watch this battle. Alrighty then. So, those things that you see exploding, it's the firewall that the enemy is creating with their flak turrets. Right now, you don't see any projectiles, but you do see the explosions in the air that's the enemy trying to shoot down at missiles. Every individual missile, I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works in game engine, but every missile has its health or whatever. Either that or a chance of being hit by flak, and basically, if the flak destroys a missile, then obviously a missile is destroyed and doesn't do any damage to the enemy. And now the enemy actually has a chance to fire back at me, and as you can see, my shields are activated whenever the enemy fires at me, but barely any damage is dealt to shields, and mostly the damage is dealt to my hulls instead. I mean, you cannot see that right now because the cameraman is focusing on... But no, you can see it right here. See? My shields are out almost max health, or actually at max health, whereas my actual health actually went down. So yeah, there's that. Academy power increased as a result of the battles, yeah, or rather heroes gaining experience. Actually, I'm not sure which one it is. Anyway, my hero leveled up, which is nice. Let's give him the ability to... more experience will not be very important, so more health and shoot capacity. Alright, and the enemy fleet is kinda killed, so let's go ahead, and I'm not gonna watch the battle, because again it would bug the sound system even more. Let's infiltrate the enemy. Nice and easy, nice and slow, whittle the enemy down and continue the fight. Alright, I think I can end my 10. We're getting closer and closer to victory. I don't know how many systems the Cravers have, but that was might be the last 3 systems, and after which point we should... And not after which point, but generally I expect a victory, and I don't know if we'll be able to win before the 50 turn limit, but at 50 turn limit we'll definitely win. Alright, we're continuing the attack. Let's stick with infiltration for the time being. When a victory next turn we're gonna be able to actually murder the enemy. Now losing a ton of dust as a result of, you know, having too many colonies. That's to be expected. It's a bit annoying, mind you. And by a bit, I mean really annoying, but I can do something with it, hopefully. Let's sell some of my science structures. And that wasn't quite enough, annoyingly enough. But I can sell some more. Let's see, more science structures to be sold. This one really sells for a lot. And this ship, the accelerator, I don't think I need it, but it would be fun to see a big fleet fight. So I'm not gonna destroy it just yet. I might destroy some of those ships, except I can't because they are in transit right now, which is a bit annoying. I'm gonna keep you. I don't want to destroy ships. Ships are fun because they destroy things. So I'm gonna keep them as they are. I'm gonna just, if I will need to, I'll destroy, you know, improvements. Because they are the important things. Also, do I already have the botanical scanning? No, I'm working on it right now. Alrighty then, I think that's about it. Let's end the 10. Nice and easy, and what just happened? Okay, the enemy system became invisible for a second, and the ecologist party is unlocked. Yay, I don't really care. Let's infiltrate and conquer the system for myself. Now I'm really gonna go down in terms of dust production, but that's more or less okay. Because I can sell whatever the enemy has, and they have a bunch of improvements that will give me a decent amount of dust. Sure, I could keep them for science, but I'd rather stay in the game, because, yeah, you know, I'm spending a lot. Okay then, let's create another trade company subsidiary. Actually, can I have a second one? I don't think I have the tech to have 2, so I wouldn't be able to do just that. So let's just recreate it. No, let's create infinite supermarkets, because this will allow me to, you know, combat the disapproval hit. which is rather important, as you might imagine. Genimos, I can sell something on you, can I? I could, but I want this system to actually grow because it's the one system that is content, and it's, you know, giving me quite a bit of support in literally everything ever, so I don't want to destroy anything on this system. Other systems I could destroy things on, but no. Yeah, I don't know if I can create more than one subsidiary. I honestly do not know. So anyway, let's make infinite supermarkets wherever it is possible to increase the approval of my entire empire. In Greece also, again, infinite supermarkets, and also Osulo, please have infinite supermarkets as quickly as humanly possible. So there is that. I'm also gonna sell the public-private partnerships just so I can save a little bit of dust per turn. Let's finish movement with my ships. As for you to say, attack the enemy. Okay, so one of the enemy fleets just run away, which is cheating, but whatever, I don't really care. Let's stay as a sniper and kill them because that's a way too small of a fleet to actually, you know, pay any attention to. Decisive victory, no surprise there. And the enemy does not have any colonies on that system over there, so let's just instantly warp into Pavo and just kill it. Because I can, because, you know, I have researched wormholes, so let's grab that. Let's win the game. Alright, let's start by infiltration. I don't have that many troops, and my troops are feeble warriors after all. So let's continue the assault as the enemy gets brutally more murdered, which is very nice. Let's guard the system for no reason whatsoever, other than the fact that I like guarding a system, and end the turn. Okay, now I'm starting to lose less dust per turn, which is nice, probably as a result of my trade route. Because I should have a trade route now. Yes, I do. My first trade route is going. Can I make a second one? Is a good question. The answer is no, I cannot. I'll need a tech for that. Alrighty then. I'll get the tech ASAP because it's rather important. Not relativistic economies, that's just for dust on planets. I believe it's Legion no, that's just extra income. There we go, expanded trade, extra subsidiaries. All the increased income could be useful. Let's have a quick look at the tabs, though. As you can see, right now I'm getting no income, which is interesting. Do I have any subsidiaries? I do have a subsidiary, yeah, we just saw it. And I'm not blocked, really. Either way, it shouldn't matter that I don't have any fighters. It never did. Maybe now it does. Either way. Oh, hey! Since the development now works. Maybe it wants to have both commercial. Maybe there must be a bug which causes commercial frameworks to be the requirement for the system level up instead of neuro robotics as it should be. I guess that's what it is. Anyway, let me talk to you about the economy screen real quick and tell you exactly how it works. So first things first. This is pretty straightforward. You can add freighters to your trading companies, which allows you to basically allow your trading companies to generate extra income, and you can also increase the company's effectiveness, which is very important because again it does increase your income, or rather it lowers the amount of income lost. Also, oh I see, apparently I am blocked. Pavo and Bunny. Oh, because they are in enemy's influence. I see, that's how it works. That's kind of annoying. Now, as for the system development, I already explained to you how it works. Basically, I can choose an ingredient out of those guys. So I can, for example, choose the agglerator, which would increase the refill system. Or I could instead choose to go for the industrious trees, which increases my dust, which I like way more. I wouldn't be able to showcase to you because I don't have enough trees yet, but I will at some point in the future. So let's get that real quick. Alright, and oh, I have tanks now. Oh, which means I can show you the biggest ship in the game. I mean, the biggest ship I can control at the very least, because it's not the biggest ship in the game. Alright, first things first, infiltrate, murder the enemy, nice and easy. That was a costly decision as it turns out. I'll have to sell a lot of things. The support, wow, that's an interesting split. I haven't seen something like that yet. Let's finish the movement of whatever that can finish movement. And I have a giant fleet at Pavo now. Pavo, is there anything I can sell over there? Not really. They do have a settlement. The enemy actually leveled up the system, which is interesting to say the least. Let's get Cerebral Reality real quick so that the system actually generates a bit of dust for itself. Alright, and ship. Yes, I wanted to showcase a big ship to you. So let's have a quick look at it. There it is. It's really big. It has a big weapon. It's pretty cool, all things considered. And yeah, you look at the amount of weapons you can install on it. Just so that I show it to you, let's remove all of those weapons real quick. And let's install them again so that you can see as they fire. So, there's one. There's two. There's three. Oh, those are beams, sorry. Wrong weapon. Although you already see the effect. Unfortunately, you cannot hear it for some ununderstandable reason. But basically, once you see this guy in combat, it's really awesome. This weapon had a sound. I don't know why the other one did it. But yeah, it's a really big ship. Right now, though, it does say it's a carrier, but in practice, it just has a lot of guns and it uses them because there are no bombers or fighters in this version of the game. And I don't know when they will be added, or even if they will be added. Right now, the devs have been very ambiguous about them. In the latest faction design competition, where they did ask artists to draw bombers, which does suggest that they plan to add bombers, but we have no idea if they plan them for this version of the game or some other version of the game. It's impossible to tell, really. Anyway, let's make sure that I don't actually, lose all of my money, so I need to sell something. Yeah, my capital, I might have to sell something. How much would that sell for? 200? Yeah, that's pretty nice, but I don't want to sell anything on my capital, thank you very much. Maybe on Keris? Does Keris has anything worth selling? Not really. Man, I'm running out of things to sell. Poor me, poor me. Actually, maybe Janimos has some science buildings. No, I sold them as well. It has the food buildings. How much food do I have? Do I have extra food? Oh yeah, I have tons of extra food. Alright, let's sell it. I'm not in here for a long game anyway, I'm about to win. So yeah, I can go ahead and sell it. Nice and easy. So let's go ahead and end the turn. The enemy is launching a scary counterattack with a single ship. Oh no, poor me. What am I gonna do? Got some more heroes. Doesn't really matter. 2 admirals and an adventurer. It really doesn't matter. This guy's a Hisho. I like Hishos. So yeah, let's go ahead and get him. Also, he'll be a leader of the militarist political party, which is important. I'm close to achieving a victory. I'm fully aware of that game. Thank you very much. Right, Bunny is here. Let's go ahead and take it real quick, shall we? And let's wait a second. My other fleet, it's not here yet. Let's just take it. I have a tank. I have infantry. I cannot watch it because it would back to sound system, so I'll just preemptively bomb and take what I can. They survived. Good going. Good job. You're still in there. But then again, those are Kravers. It's expected that they'll survive such little bombing. And not that. Let's get this skill real quick. And you just you look really impressive. It's really sad to me, as a big fan of Hisho, that, we're not gonna get any Hisho in this game. It's really sad in my opinion. I like Hisho. I miss Hisho. They were one of my 2 favorite factions in Endless Space 1. Partially due to the fact, not only because they had really powerful affinity that warmongers like me just love, but also because, their ships, they were really beautiful. I loved watching their ships fight. It was absolutely amazing. Truly a beautiful sight to see. Alright, I need to sell this predictive logistics. It's gonna lower the system's production, but hey, I need to win the game and not, lose all of my dust in the process. It's really strange that the fair trade bills work so poorly for me, but I suppose I'm very unhappy because of all the concrete systems. Well, you do what you gotta do. As for you do, queue up infinite supermarkets and the 10. And let's support the militaries. They should get plenty of support this time around. So let's have a quick look, see. Nope, it's the pacifists that gain the support. But at least we have a lot of systems that participate in the vote, I suppose. And people really love pacifists, but I think it may also be a bug. I think people would like militarists a bit more in this current situation we're in. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, no law changes, which is actually okay for me because I don't have to re-vote for any laws that I currently have. Go away. So yeah, those laws are nice. Some quests happened, what is that? Oh yeah, this quest finished, so Ingress is gonna be it's kinda in rebellion right now. Defeated supermarkets, they keep being at 110 before finishing. Seriously, just finish already. As for this place, please let's kill it. Major victory, but the enemy is still there. I destroyed the colony base. Holy balls. How are they still in the system if they destroy the colony base? It makes no sense. Anyway, my new fleet just arrived. Which one was it? It was this one. Okay, so let's start on second invasion with my second fleet. and just blitz the enemy, and that should be enough to conquer the enemy. Yep, and Bunny is now mine. Let's sell something on it. Let's sell this, and that should be enough dust to sell off on an extra 10. It indeed was enough. Let's queue up in for the supermarkets, and I don't think there are any more empire systems that the enemy controls. It doesn't look this way. Nope, I think the enemy is dead. Alrighty then. Now, will the game recognize the fact that I have destroyed everything I could possibly have destroyed in the game? Let's hold on a second. Let's queue up something on Curious for the time being. Let's queue up something that I can sell easily. And drink some... Oh, I drank all my tea. That's annoying. And... no victory for me. I unlocked the Industrialist Party. The enemy apparently still has troops that they don't, but... Oh well, whatever. I can attack the enemy, but no, I'll actually have to get to 10-50 in order to win the game. That's unfortunate. I was expecting that, to be entirely honest. But that's how it is gonna be. There's no point in watching this battle right now. It's just murder the enemy. I said murder the enemy. Decisive victory. Thank you very much. Now, oh! They colonized Ita like the bastards they are. Seriously? You're dead, guys. You're dead. There's nothing waiting for you. Is that a colony ship? Maybe not, maybe yes, it's hard to tell. I'll send my other ships to check if the enemy colonized those regions over there. Maybe they did. That would explain a few things. Also, why... Oh yeah, I did tell this guy to go to Lekim. I don't want it to go to Lekim though. Alright, what do I need in terms of research? I probably actually need industry to dust conversion. I really need it, because I'm running out of the dust and I'm also running out of things to sell. So speaking of which, let's sell the private partnerships and intensive cultivation thingies and make them again to stay afloat. Soon I won't have to juggle things like this because, you know, I'll actually have the dust. And also, it looks like the enemy might try to go for Osulo. So you go back and guard Osulo while you conquer Ita real quick. Primitive bombing, just take it. I want the system right now, thank you very much. The system is mine. Did they make anything in it yet? I don't think they did. Unless they have the ability to buy out improvements with dust, there's no way they were able to actually install anything inside of them. Let's end the 10 again. Pavo has no production. That can be easily fixed. Oh, and I have the trade route access now, which is nice. I want those trade routes to actually be used somewhere in some system, somewhere. Probably Curious would be the best bet, though. Because it's actually far away and nice and whatnot. Meanwhile, you just make something I can sell. Actually, it would be probably a better idea to make drone networks. They are actually useful before I sell them. And they're cheaper, so they would be faster to make. So that's important. Okay, you just say you guard the system for a second. You don't have any movement left anyway. And the 10. I still did not win the game. I have to point out, and the war, I'm into a forced truce. Alright, okay, I'll be given 41 dust per 10 for the next X stance, and I have not won the game yet. I do wonder if the enemy has more systems. They probably do. Or it's just a bug, I don't know. I haven't been able to win the game via militaristic victory, by the way, ever. I have always won it by score victory only. So usually actually I was playing against more players, so I never even had the opportunity to conquer all of the enemy player systems. So there's that to take into consideration as well. That's, I believe, like, I don't know. Yeah, every time I played against the AI, I just won via scores, so there's that. I'm just gonna destroy it. I'm gonna use the Smash of the Scout, I suppose, why not? I cannot end my 10 because I would go bankrupt, so I need to sell something yet again. I can't convert industry dust just yet, so that's something I need to take into consideration. My people are in rebellion because I have a powerful empire and people obviously hate that. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I'm pretty sure you know this, but I already am being very sarcastic. Well, since they're... Oh wait, I colonized this planet already. Sure, then give me more dust, I suppose. And there is nothing else for me to do, except there is on Bunny. Bunny. What can you do for me? You can give me a temporal finance and then work on public-private partnerships just for lols. And by 10, I'm about to run out of dust yet again. I'll keep running out of dust until the end of the game, by the way, in case you haven't realized that just yet. Okay, you just you can. I wanna say guard the system, but I don't know if there's anything coming. I just guard the system. Who knows? Maybe somebody will come at some point. Anyway, some more cravers were just killed by the Hisho. Good job, Hisho. I'm proud of you. I cannot end my turn because I need to sell something, and also I need to construct something on this system. So let's sell what I just constructed for 300 dust and stay afloat, shall we? Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Zionist, dear sir. You are gonna get another subsidiary because you can trade relatively okay. End my turn. Nope, not end my turn. There are things to do on Osulo. So let's do things on Osulo. End my turn now. And yeah, my trading networks actually work now, which is pretty cool. I could buy a new freighter, but I kinda need the dust right now, and it's not gonna pay for itself anyway. So let's go ahead and keep going. I know this video is pretty long, but like I said, there's no point in ending this video now when I'm about to win the game. So let's just fight real quick. I just got 80% of the galaxy. I know, I'm pretty cool. And let's conquer this system as well, because I might as well. Those are Hisho. They won't go down without a fight. Let's infiltrate them and continue fight. Oh wow, they actually did go down with basically no fight whatsoever. Ah, those bastards. Not as cool as I thought they would be. What's that? Is that an expansion ship? No, it's not. That's probably good. Let's keep checking if the enemy has expanded to anywhere else real quick. I'm also curious what is on this side of the galaxy as well. By the virtue that I haven't actually ever been here. Okay, no research ready, but that's okay. I can just go ahead and queue up public 3D printing and also sell whatever. And there's nothing for me to sell on this system. And Barney can go for public 3D printing, and also Ingress can do the same thing, which does barely anything for me right now. So I need to sell something as well. Ita again, public 3D printing. Let's get that. Which again does basically nothing. And where do I want to sell something? Geminos should have made the science upgrade already, so let's sell that and make it again. And I'm afloat again. And actually, after you're done with that, go for public 3D printing, because it should be more efficient. On paper it should be more efficient. Also no technology that I'm currently working on. Let's fix that real quick. Make my trade routes a little bit more powerful, so that I'm stay afloat a little bit better. Now I'm losing barely any dust, which is nice, and I achieved military victory. So it included, I don't know what it included. Either way, I actually did achieve it, so that's very nice. All right, there is no fancy score screen or whatever. I mean, there is a score screen, and but there's no fancy music. That's what I'm actually meant to say. So I have failed to break the souls at the world as a place or leader the guy, but I did. Well, that's, I mean, I did just win the game, but the game is it's laughing at me and saying, haha, I'm the game, so I won. And that's funny. Either way, I have crushed the enemy, and I have no doubts that if you followed my tips and tricks, once the game comes out, you will have no problem crushing the enemy as well, regardless of what the game says right now. So, it should be pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixpar. Please stay tuned. My channel will probably be a little bit less active now because I don't need to make videos daily, and it's very hard for me to make videos daily because keep in mind, videos are my hobby, not my source of income. In fact, I'm spending more money on making videos than I make because I really don't have that many viewers. I just do it for fun and because I like it. Either way, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.